like us to take the Toastmasters promise, which should be shared on your screen in a jiffy. Okay, the recording has started already now. Can you please make me the co-host? I can't share my screen. I'm having an issue with sharing my screen. Okay, done. Thank you. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's chorus the Toastmaster promise in a count of 3. 1, 2. As a member of Toastmasters
International, on my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly,
to prepare
all of my projects to the best of my ability,
placing
basing
them on the Toastmasters education program
to
prepare for and fulfill
meeting assignments,
to provide
club members with
helpful
constructive
constructive
evaluations to
evaluation
help the club maintain
to help the club
to help the
club
the environment
maintain
necessary
positive, friendly
members to learn and grow,
necessary for all
to serve my
members
club
to
as
learn
an
and
officer
grow.
when called upon to do so.
to
To
serve
serve my club as an
officer
officer when called upon to do so. To
to
treat my fellow club members and our guests
with
Respect
and
courtesy.
to bring guests club meetings
meetings
so they can
see the benefits of
Toastmasters
membership offers,
to adhere
guidelines
and
rules
for all
Toastmasters
educational
and recognition
programs.
to act within
Toastmasters
core
core
values
values
of
integrity,
respect,
fairness,
and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Thank you, everyone. Without further ado, I would like to call on the team, Susan. The president is currently busy. So Team Susan is an entrepreneur and a researcher who enjoys watching short, entertaining videos and learning to improve her sales skills. She is currently the vice president of education of Lighthouse Toastmasters. With a warm round of applause, let us welcome Team.
Thank you very much, TM Benny. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. And the amazing
problem.
guests. Welcome to another Lighthouse and Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club meeting. The theme for today's meeting is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is an expression of gratitude, which helps you focus more on what you have and less on what you lack. If there is one year to be thankful we survived. It is this year, 2020, where we have survived COVID-19 so far. And the harsh realities that have come with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into this new week, let us learn to practice giving thanks for all we have. And let us worry less about things we have no control over. So to take us further into this meeting is an amicable Toastmaster who joined in 2018. He is a project manager who enjoys sleeping, eating, and reading. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome warmly Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba, who is our Toastmaster for today. Round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Susan. Thank you so much for that wonderful speech. Please, let's give her a round of applause for that speech about gratitude. Thank you so much.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Susan. I am most thankful for food. That's what I'm most thankful for this morning. During the course of this meeting, I want us to do something. The role players and the speakers, when you come up to the virtual lectern, I would like you to tell us the one thing you are most grateful for. But the problem is, you are not going to mention 5 things. The first is life. Don't tell us you're most grateful to life. The second thing is, don't tell us you're most grateful to Toastmasters. The third, don't say you're most grateful to your family. The fourth, don't say you're most grateful to your friends. The last one, don't say you're most grateful to your spouse. These 5 things are an exception. You have to tell us something you're most grateful for outside these 5 things during the course of the meeting. All right. This is the last meeting for the year 2020, and what a wonderful theme to cap it all off, Thanksgiving. This was a wonderful speech by TM Susan. She spoke about gratitude. Honestly, when I think about it, gratitude is the key to happiness. Without gratitude rather, you can never be content. And without contentment, you can never be happy. So true happiness begins from gratitude. I will tell us a short story, just a very short story, just to get this meeting started. There was a professor one day when he was lecturing his students. He came in and said they will have a short test. It was like an impromptu test. He usually does that, pop quiz. So they were looking forward to the test because they know this man usually just asks simple questions. But when this day came, he gave them a piece of paper with a black dot and just kept it in front of them. He now said, okay, start writing. So the students were confused. They didn't know what to do. They just started writing. They wrote things. And then at the end of the test, he collected the results and he saw that all the students wrote about the black dot they see on the paper. It was just a little black dot on the piece of paper, the white paper. So he said this was predictable. He expected this because everybody wrote about the black dot, but nobody wrote about the white piece of paper, the space, the big one. And he related this to life. This is what we do in our lives. We focus on the black dots, the issues, the financial issues, the relationship issues, the social issues, the health issues. We have so much to be grateful for, yet we focus on the black dot. So let's try as much as possible to look at the white piece of paper. Even now as we speak, there are more white pieces of paper than the black dot. So let's remember this story. It's a very short, it's a very common story. And just to refresh our memories about gratitude, we have so much more to be grateful for than what we are complaining about. So please let's have this at the back of our minds. My name is Abubakar Gimba, like TM Susan mentioned. I will be a Toastmaster of the day. It's like MC. I'll be like the MC for today. So my job is basically just to say one or two things at interludes, just to make sure everything is smooth. So let's get started. I would call upon a typical Toastmasters meeting is run by a group of people. I am just one of them. So I would call upon the next person who is going to help run this meeting in person of the general evaluator. Our general evaluator today is Toastmaster Salif Mohammed. Toastmaster Salif Mohammed is an engineer and a project manager as well. He's the current president of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club. He's also the current Area 18 Toastmasters Evaluation Contest winner. He likes playing football and he has a passion for influencing people positively. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Toastmaster Salif Mohammed. Are you there, Mr. Toastmaster Salif?
Yes.
All right, please let's give a round of applause and then I hand over control back to you, Toastmaster Salif.
Thank you, TM Gimba. Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you and I thank you for coming to this most gracious meeting. Thank you so much for coming. Today, I would be your general evaluator. And my role as the general evaluator in collaboration with my team is to check the meeting and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end. You would agree with me that the breakfast of champions, as Ken Blanchard said, is to evaluate, to give feedback. I paraphrase. So today, we have evaluators that would show you what it means to make any speaker efficacious. Evaluators that will really evaluate the prolific speakers today, speakers that will keep you at the edge of your seats, that will keep you asking for more. So get ready for a roller coaster ride. Let me introduce my formidable team. I'll start with the grammarian in the person of TM Lawrence Nolly. TM Lawrence joined Toastmasters in 2018. He has won Best Table Topics Speech. He is a lawyer and enjoys reading, writing, and meditation. Ladies and gentlemen, join me As I welcome TM Lawrence to explain his role as the grammarian. TM Lawrence. TM Lawrence.
Yes, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, we can.
It's my desire and it's my pleasure to stand before you in this virtual lecture to explain my role as a grammarian. Basically, my role is that of monitoring the use of language and our grammatical expression used while speaking, especially for the speakers that will be speaking in today's speeches. Also, my role includes to introduce the word of the day, and at the end of the day, and at the end of the meeting, well called upon, I'll give my report. Basically, that explains my role. Now, for the word of the day, we have the word efficacious. Please, can you chorus it after me? Efficacious.
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 Good. Basically, it's an adjective used to describe a process or an inanimate object capable of producing a desired result or intended result. And you have synonyms, another word that can be used for that, which can be effective and or efficacy. So I'm encouraging every one of us that will be speaking in today's meeting to make good use of this word efficacious. And at the end of the day, I will give my report. Over to you, TM Salif.
Thank you so much, TM Lawrence. You would agree with me that one of the most important aspects of communicating is listening. And we have an evaluator, a listening evaluator. She is a banker. She joined Toastmasters in 2020. She likes dancing, reading, and listening to juju music. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome TM Muslimot Akinola. TM Muslimot.
Thank you. Thank you very much, TM Salif. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, depending on where you are. And I want to say a big thank you to the Lord for being part of today's meeting. Like TM Gimba said, I am thankful to God for one thing. In 2020, we've gone through a lot. For the fact that I am still alive, as well as my family, I say a big thank you to the Lord. That being said, I'm playing the role of the listening evaluator for today. And just as the name implies, it's basically to test how well we paid attention in the course of meeting. And of course, in the process of doing that, I will show some questions or rephrase certain things said in the course of meeting and ask the house who said what. And of course, I want to be efficacious in my role, and I seek that everybody should please listen attentively so that you try as much as possible to respond to my questions equally in an efficacious way. Thank you, TM Salif, the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, TM Muslimot. Thank you. Our next role player will be the R counter. He joined in Toastmasters in 2020. He is an audit consultant who enjoys reading and listening to music, most especially Asha's songs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Toastmaster Gbemi Ayansiji.
Good morning once again, everyone. today I'll be the accountant. I don't like to play the role because I'm always a culprit. Several times I'll be giving the award of the most counter user. So, but today I'll be placing my attention to those words that we use unconsciously. The word includes so, in other words, and so on and so forth. Those words makes your speech to be unattractive, and it makes the listener of your to know that they to be feeling that you are not well prepared for the speech. So at the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my report on the person that used the word most. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TM Bemi Ion CG. That's one of my favorite roles because the consistent elimination of pause fillers is the right step to an efficacious speech. Thank you. The next role player is the timekeeper. The timekeeper joined Toastmasters in 2016 and is the current VP of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club. I'm sure you will notice that I'm laughing. I feel happy anytime it has to do with her. She is a women's dance and fitness coach who loves reading and writing. And today I'm happy to announce also that she's speaking from Canada. You see the beauty of virtual meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome TM Queen Nkubre.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The Toastmaster advised that we share a word that we're grateful for this year. For me, it's time. The COVID and has given us more time to do other things. So I think my word for gratitude is time. And so I'm a timer today. As your timer, I will be ensuring that we make good use of time today. Timing is very important in speaking because you don't want to speak for too short a time that there's an awkward silence, or you don't want to speak for so long that everyone is trying to get you to end. So I will be alerting speakers of the time they have spent and the time they have left using the time cards, the green time card, which is a signal that you have reached your minimum time. So for a 1 to 2 minute speech, the green card will come up at 1 minute. Also, there is a yellow card, which means you are in between your minimum time and your final time. And so for a 1 to 2 minute speech, the yellow card will come up at 1 minute, 30 seconds. And finally, you have the red card, which says that you have reached your maximum time. However, you have been given 30 seconds grace to complete your speech. And if you exceed the 30 seconds, then you will be disqualified. So please adhere to the use of the time cards. There are 3 quotes about time I like. Time is of the essence, time waits for no one, and most important, time is money. I'll share my report at the end of the meeting. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, TM Queen. Thank you. And thank you for reminding me about the instruction from the Toastmaster. Before I sign off now and call the Toastmaster up, I need to say one thing that I'm grateful for. And it is the Lighthouse Prestige team. I am grateful to the team and of course to the Lighthouse team. We've gone through challenges. We've had lots of issues this year that would make meetings impossible, that would make the journey impossible. But through it all, you stood against all odds. And I would tell you, we've never had a better experience like we've had this year. I am most grateful to you all. That said, ladies and gentlemen, my team and I will come back to give you the report at the end, towards the end of the meeting. At this juncture, I'd like to hand over control to the Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. You can feel the experience coming out of this man. He handled that session well. Thank you so much. I wanted to mention something, my mistake. Please, I would encourage us to keep our videos open so that audience can actually gauge reactions. Audience can see you, even if you're not speaking. Try to keep your video open. When I went to clubs around the world, their videos were open, and it was really an experience where you can see people. It's actually like a physical meeting, just that you're in front of your laptop. And I don't know why we here in Nigeria are we hiding our faces. I've never come across an ugly Toastmaster. We're all fine, we're all beautiful, handsome. At least shows your faces, it would be a nice experience. So let's not forget the instruction. Let's say what we're most grateful for, except those 5 things. I should have added a 6th one. Someone said God. Should have added, okay, we have six things now that we can't see. So we are forced to think of something else. All right. Let's quickly give a shout out to the guests in the house. We have guests coming over we have an American, Toastmaster Pam. We have from Ireland, Matthew. We have other distinguished guests as well. Thank you so much for being here. We will get to know you better at the end of the meeting. All right, so the first session of the meeting, we have 3 sessions. The first session, we'll take it now. I would call upon the person anchoring the session to give us more information about the session, but for the benefit of the guests, it's called the table topics. And the person who will anchor it is Toastmaster Juliet Okene. Toastmaster Juliet Okene is an experienced Toastmaster. She is a chartered accountant with 18 years post-qualification experience. She recently made a career switch from finance to HR and is the head of compensation and benefits. Now I know why she left finance. She is a life strategist and head coach at the Audacity Network. She helps high potential individuals gain self-awareness, clarify goals, achieve their development objectives, and bridge the gap between their performance and potential. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know we are in for a great table topic session. I can't wait. So let's give a big welcome to Toastmaster Juliet Okene.
Thank you so much, the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much. Can you hear me, please? Yes. Thank you. So what I am most grateful for, now that you have eliminated the top 6, I will go to the 7th. I'm most grateful for my career. Sometimes it's easy to look at the handful of people in front of you and be saddened by the fact that your career is not moving. But one way to be grateful is for you to take a peek behind and see the legions behind you. Then you will be grateful at your current position. So I'm grateful for my career. So I am your topic master for today, and I have 10 minutes, so I'm going to go very fast so we can cover as much ground as possible. Now, to improve the efficacy of this session, grammarian notes, efficacious. To improve it, I have some goodies for people who volunteer for the topic session. All right, you have to volunteer to win. So I'm going to show you what you will win. Can somebody enable my ability to share my screen, please?
Sure, let's keep it with that.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So there's one mind that I love with regards to leadership and public speaking. And this man is, let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, please?
Screen, yeah, John Maxwell.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome,
yes, we can.
awesome, awesome. This is one of the greatest personal development author, coach, mentor that I know. And today, to end the season, everyone who volunteers to speak in this section will get one of these titles, at least one. then the winner of this section will get 2 titles. All right? So I will stop sharing for a minute so I can see the comment section. So can I see volunteers? I have 6 questions. I have 9 minutes now, probably. Can I see the volunteers, please, so I can take note? Who is going first? Ayola is going. Okay, Abubakar, Toastmaster of the day, come on. I'm going to put you last so you can tell the timer to give me more time. Muslima, okay. So now I need somebody to help me with this section because now there are so many chats and I don't want to waste time. So I'll go first with Ayola. Mr. Ayola, are you ready? TM Ayola, are you ready?
Ready. Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. So I'm going to show you your question. You're born ready. I can see that. So I'm going to share. Let me know where you can see my screen and I'll flip to your question. You ready?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Awesome. So this is your question, TM Ayola. What aspect of Nigeria are you thankful for? What aspects of Nigeria are you thankful for?
Thank you, Madam Topics Master. The question is, what aspect of Nigeria am I thankful for? Nigeria as a country is located in the tropical rainforest of the world, the western part of Africa. And all over the world, it has been claimed that Nigeria's climate is one of the best in the world. Wherever you are coming from, if you are in Nigeria, you would always have a very good experience. It's not too cold, neither is it too hot. It's at the medium. One other thing I like about Nigeria is the agriculture, the fertile lands. If you put in any seed of any crop on Nigerian soil, it would germinate. And what this tells us is that there is enormous economic benefits, enormous economic potential in the Nigerian soil by way of agriculture. The problem has always been that we do not have mechanized agricultural system, and that is the negative part of us. What other thing do I like about Nigeria? Well, we might complain that Nigeria is not stable, that the security is flawed. But I can tell you that compared to other war-torn countries, Nigeria is one of the best. You know, 3 things I like about Nigeria is that the climate is very good, conducive at any time of the year. Second is that the soil supports any kind of agricultural endeavor one would likely go into. And the third is that the security is still manageable. We can still contain it, we can still live with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, TM Ayola. That was efficiently done. No mute. So I'm going to go quickly to the next speaker, and it will be, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right, Madiba? Madiba?
Yeah, yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Awesome.
So quite frankly, I am thankful for a lot of, can you hear me? Oh, right.
So I'm going to give you a question, please. So are you ready for your question?
Yes, I am ready.
Is there anything that you're taking for granted that you should be thankful for? Is there anything you're currently taking for granted that you should be thankful for?
Yeah, quite frankly, I would say there's a lot of things that I am taking for granted. And I think it might be the same with a lot of other people. But I think the ability to wake up every morning, to get up every morning and try again, I think that's one thing that I would say that I take for granted the most. Because, you know, how they say, you know, you do something so much repeatedly and it kind of becomes a normal thing. And then you're like, oh, you know, it becomes like a right, so to speak, because it happens every day, right? So I feel like when you wake up in the morning, it's a chance to do a new thing. It's a chance to try again. It's a chance to go again. So I think that I take that ability for granted, you know. Give me a minute. Yeah. So, for example, I had a thing that I did yesterday, and it didn't quite turn out the way that I expected that it would. So I was quite sad. I would say I was not very happy per se. And then, you know, I told a couple of my friends, and they're like, "Oh, it's okay. Just, you know, sleep on it. Just calm your nerves and just sleep on it. Be okay. And in the morning, I guess you try again and something like that." So, early this morning when I got up, I went back. It was a game. It was a sports game. I went back and then I tried it again. I think but with a different mentality, with a different perspective, and it kind of became clearer. So I think what I'm trying to say is the ability to try again, the ability to wake up in the morning and just go for it is one thing that I'd say that I take for granted. I feel like, oh, it's my right to wake up in the morning, so it doesn't really mean anything, you know. But instead, it actually means a brand new day, means the ability to try again, a chance to go again, a chance to just keep moving forward. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's one thing that I take for granted. You feel like you fail and then you just let it go, you just forget about it. But when a new day comes, just kind of like gives you a fresh start, the ability to try something, to try it again until you probably get it right. That's what I would say that I take for granted. And I probably still do, but I'm learning gradually.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Madiba. Thank you, Madiba. That was very efficaciously said, because I do that sometimes. I take some things for granted, and one of them is sleep. So thank you for putting that in the front burner. So I'm going to go to the next person, and it's Pam. Now, I don't know how Pam is going to get her book, but I guess when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. Pam, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. So let me know when you can see the screen.
I can, Juliet. And let me tell you that John Maxwell resides in my state of Georgia, in the city of Atlanta.
So, okay, so after the meeting, we'll see what to do about your book, because now you have lots of Maxwell books in Atlanta with you. So there's no need shipping one from here, right? It will not be.
Well, yeah, thank
ship
you.
one from here over to the Atlanta.
Right, we won't do that. Thank you. I'm ready.
All right, this is your question. Name a hard lesson that you are thankful to learn. A hard lesson that you're thankful to learn.
Thank you, Table Topics Master Juliet. I believe the hard lesson is also what I'm grateful for, and as the person just before me said, something that I take for granted, and that is good health. Especially as a middle-aged person now, I do not suffer from chronic diseases, and I have the ability to move and play with the grandchildren and exercise and ride my bike. And I understand that having that good health is just an amazing thing. Once it's gone, for instance, my mother she's a pancreas cancer survivor, but she's had a return of that. Once our good health is gone, people will give up all of their time, all of their money to try to gain it back, and you don't necessarily get it back anymore. And that's a great thing to have our health, to have, well, a sound mind goes along with that as well. So that would be what I'm most grateful for, and I think about every day. Thank you, Toastmaster Juliet.
Thank you so much, Pam. That was touching, and apologies about your mom. I pray she gets well the second time around.
Thank you.
And health is wealth, guys. So it's really clear that we should be grateful for health. I'm going to go to my fourth volunteer. Do I have Francis in the house? Francis?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Can you see my screen? Oh, Frances. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you see my screen, please?
I can.
All right. So this is your question. What happened this year that you're thankful for? What happened this year that you're thankful for?
Okay. I'm thankful for my job. Because this year, looking at what happened with COVID, also following the NSAS protest, the company reached out to us and, decided to lay off some staff. Just looking at strategy, like started to talk to everybody, try to assure everybody that okay, for some of you are keeping your jobs and everything. So I'm just thankful that I was not part of the people that were laid off. Not that I'm insensitive to those that were laid off, but I'm looking at where I'm coming from, because I just recently changed my job, my career, and also I'm just glad that I'm still able to keep my job. I'm still able to, meet some of my small goals I've tried to set out during the course of the year and all that. So I'm just extremely grateful for that, basically.
Thank you so much, Frances.
Yeah.
Can we give her a round of applause? Gratitude is key. Thank you. So I would go to the fifth volunteer, TM Chinedu. Chinedu, are you in the house? TM Chinedu, please. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. We can hear you. Can you see my screen, please? Can you see my screen, please?
No. Try again. Let me see.
I'm actually sharing. Can anybody else see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So, TM Chinedu, do you want me to read it out to you? Chinedu, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So do you want me to read out the question to you?
Okay, you can.
All right. What do you love most about your parents? What do you love most about your parents?
Okay, thank you very much. You asked, what do I love most about my parents, right? Yes. Toastmasters and guests. The truth is, there's no how you wouldn't more like love everything about your parents. So for me, I'm so much grateful about my mother for the fact that she is still alive today, to hear my voice when I call, to listen to me, to call me pet name that's more like she is the only one that actually remembers to call me that name. I'm so much grateful about that. There was actually a question you asked about taking what you is what you take for granted or something, if I can vividly put it well. The fact is that I was expecting that if I would have been asked that question, I would say I have really taken my mom for granted in some ways. So I could remember before now, sometimes me and my family members would be like, mom always asks for money, this and that. Mom, there is no money, this, that. But in recent time, like right now at present, my mom is hospitalized. So I really, like I'm so shameful to admit the fact that all those while I would be like, there is no money. But now I wish I could even give everything that I have so that my mom will leave the hospital, because he's like, I don't know, it's been so bad for me to wake up every day and hear her cry, hear her say she'd love to leave this hospital. Seriously, it has not been easy for her, for me, and for all my family members. So the truth still remains that I so much appreciate the care, the love that my mom had been showering to us from beginning of birth till this present moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiam Chinedu. I'm going to give you a heart because my heart goes out to you and your mom. I also pray she gets well soon as well. All right, so I have 2 more volunteers. Our Toastmaster of the day is one, and our president is the other. I'm going to choose the president because the Toastmaster of the day has the powers to make me choose him. If he doesn't use his power, then he doesn't get chosen. So I'm going to go with TM Salif. TM Salif, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your question. How will you express Thanksgiving this season? How will you express Thanksgiving this season?
Thank you for this question. How will I express Thanksgiving for this season? Your question has set me down memory lane. I'm most thankful for everything, and I wish I can have the platform to tell everyone that I'm thankful to. But since you have asked this question, it would be nice to think along that line. But most graciously, I would use every opportunity that I can to give thanks. Especially this season is one of my most favorite. On the 25th of December is a date everyone knows. It's a date everyone looks up to. On that day, a special one was born. We have it in our memory all the time. We are happy. But for me, it's more than one blessing. It's a double blessing. This one, it affects me directly. On that day, ladies and gentlemen, my 3rd child was born. On that day, I had a gift, unprecedented. On that day, ladies and gentlemen, there was no doubt that it was divine. My child came forth by 12 p.m. What it means is that it wasn't in the night, so you would say I extrapolated, or in the morning, so you would say I approximated. It came by 12 noon. That's when he came, to erase all doubts. So I look forward to that day, and I'm always thankful that it's not just a single blessing, but a double blessing. I am blessed, and I'm using this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to give thanks once again for that gift that anyone would ask for, that gift of a wonderful child. Thank you.
Thank you so much, TM Salif. So we have come to the end of this session, and I sincerely hope that I was efficacious in the way I coordinated it. At this point, I would ask for the votes. So for the pool to be set up, but before then, if the timer can tell us whether or not everybody met the criteria for the topic session.
Okay. So the first speaker, TM Ayola, took 1 minute 48 seconds. The second speaker, TM Madiba, took 2 minutes 26 seconds. Pam spent 1 minute 11 seconds. Frances spent 0.53 minutes, so that's 53 seconds. Chinedu spent 2 minutes 30 seconds, just on the dot, and TM Salif spent 2 minutes 15 seconds. TM Frances did not reach the minimum, which is supposed to be 1 minute. She spent 53 seconds. So are we going to pardon her, or are we going to disqualify her? Toastmaster. It's your fault.
Pardon her.
Pardon her, okay. All right, so that means every speaker can be voted for.
So please, okay, the poll is up. Please vote. So thank you so much. Thank you for being a good sport. Like I said, the winner of this segment will get 2 books. Pamela will discuss off camera, but every other person who volunteered will get a book. Thank you for making this segment efficacious. I had fun, and I hope you did as well. I hand over back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Juliet, the efficacious table topics mistress. Surely this session was efficacious. In fact, all the speakers were efficacious. Toastmaster Ayala was efficacious. Toastmaster Madiba was efficacious. Pam Copeland was efficacious. Francis was efficacious as well. Toastmaster Chinedu was efficacious. And the president himself, Toastmaster Salif, was very efficacious. Thank you so much. Now, I have a suggestion. Why don't you give me Pam's book and I will take care of the logistics, yeah? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we would like to go on to the next short segment, which is the table topics evaluation. And who better to evaluate this segment than someone who is a finance professional. She's a certified project manager and chartered banker. She's joined Toastmasters in 2016 as a chartered member of AWN Toastmasters Club and has held different positions, including VPM, VPE, 2-time club president, and quality director, just to mention a few. I know her as the Division F Program Quality Director. She has received several awards and is a Triple Crown Award recipient. She loves reading and dancing and has a personal mantra, which is Kaizen. Kaizen simply means continuous improvement. Who is this person? I know we can't wait. So please, Toastmaster Chidi James Madu, are you there?
I am here.
Thank you so much. You can have the virtual lecture. Let's applaud her, please.
Good morning, Lighthouse and Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club. I'm excited to be here today. Thank you for having me. The Toastmaster of the day has been very efficacious in using the word of the day, making sure that he mentioned the names of all the table topic speakers and attaching the word efficacious to them. Very efficacious of you, the Toastmaster of the day. Well done. Madam Table Topics Master. Congratulations, you definitely has found a way to make sure that the theme of today's meeting stays with everyone, because your questions aligned 101% to the theme of the meeting. And your questions are very easy. So they were not so difficult. Everybody or whoever you called upon to answer would definitely have something to say. Little wonder we had a whole lot of volunteers. A lot of people were volunteering. So they had the first question. I'm like, oh, of course, I can attempt it. Her questions would be relatable. Her questions are something I would find something to speak to. And that is something that I appreciate. If the table topics question is so difficult or streamlined, it will be difficult for people to respond to them. And most people will shy away from even volunteering. Even when you call them or you nominate them to speak, their mics will either go off or network will take them out of the meeting. But that did not happen here today. Very well done. To the speakers from Toastmaster Ayola down to Toastmaster Salif, every one of you, just like the Toastmaster of the day has said, has been very efficacious today. Toastmaster Ayola, you're a very fantastic speaker. You're a spectacular speaker. And you definitely do not drop the ball each time you have the opportunity to speak. You spoke about what aspect of Nigeria you're thankful for. And you've mentioned agriculture. That is one thing that stuck with me. A lot of people these days have nothing positive to say about our country. Especially those who are trying to run away and go to the Canada or to the Germany. And I hear these days, Australia is the in place where people want to go to. But you show that you're not only passionate about your country, but that you also find something positive about it. I love the fact that you stood while you were speaking. I love the fact that your video was on. I love the fact that you used pauses efficaciously to make sure that your responses stop. Toastmaster Madiba, what you take for granted that you should be thankful for. This is a question that when you ask people, they will definitely have something to say. Even though most times we try to lie to ourselves that we don't take things for granted. Most of even take the fact that we're alive for granted, the fact that we wake up and we breathe, we take it for granted. You definitely will not know how lucky you are until you go to a hospital or you visit people who are struggling to breathe. You answered that question and you went about it in a positive manner. I love that you sort of tweaked it and you did not just answer feeling pity for yourself or dwelling so much on what it is that you've taken for granted, but you went ahead and you went about it in a very positive manner. That I love. You also used good pauses. I love the fact that I could also see you. Thank you so much for volunteering. Thank you. The fact that you showed up without waiting to be called upon, that in itself is a winner. The whole essence of table topics is for you to speak. So everybody needs to look for ways to speak, look for opportunities to speak. Even when you're not called upon, just speak because you'll be better for it. Very well done. Toastmaster Pam, Toastmaster Francis, Toastmaster Chinedu, all of you also volunteered. And I particularly love the fact that you all volunteered. I love the fact that everyone who came up to the lectern today came up with confidence. You all spoke with confidence. There was a clear transition in your speaking. It was table topics, but it was clear that you came ready to speak. We could relate to your responses. We could relate to your emotions when you spoke. I also want to mention Toastmaster Salif. I love the fact that you mentioned, how you express Thanksgiving. It's the season of Christmas. Everybody will relate to Christmas. Whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, the fact that you hear jingle bells everywhere, you see decorations, you will relate to it. But you brought it home, you made it personal. So it wasn't just about the general celebration for you. It was the fact that you had a double celebration, something extra, the birth of your child. And I could see the emotions when you spoke about it, that this is a child that you have found favor in and that have found favor also with you. You are passionate. You spoke with so much passion and it made us relate. Everyone here, even those who are yet to have kids, would definitely look forward to having a child that they will want to speak about the way that you've spoken about your child today. Overall, I think all the speakers did particularly well. Everyone stuck to time. Your transitionings were there. Your expressions were clear. You answered the questions. in a way that you understood. You were not shy to come to the lecture. You spoke with confidence. I loved the rich vocal varieties that I heard. I loved the good use of pauses that the speakers introduced. And the fact that everybody certainly had something that they were thankful for. That in itself is a lesson for everyone on this call. Thank you so much for coming to the lecture. Table Topics Master, once again, thank you for making it easy for our speakers to volunteer and speak. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chidi. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. I mean, all the speakers volunteered. However, the Table Topics Master was creative in that she kind of made sure people volunteered with the reward scheme and all, but they were actually easy questions. Thank you so much for that efficacious evaluation. The table topics today were very lucky. Imagine being handed your table topics question by Toastmaster Juliet and then have it evaluated by Toastmaster Chidi. If I wasn't the Toastmaster today, I would have gone for 2 table topics. But unfortunately I am, so it's okay. All right, so at this point, we would like to go for a short break, just 2 minutes. 2 minutes break and we'll come back. This 2 minutes is just for you to stretch, talk to someone, just take a cup of water and just basically just take a break. And then come back in 2 minutes. Timer, please, let's time it. And then we'll come back in 2 minutes. Thank you. This was the kubi. Get ready. You're muted though. Toastmaster Queen, how's it going?
Good. It's going all right.
So far, so good.
So far, so cool. Yeah.
And I'm thankful that I am in this meeting. I'm sure that's not amongst the 7 abhorred.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, Toastmaster
Muslim.
Good of you to join us.
I know.
So the 16th, I mean, when you ask someone, what are you most grateful for? They just say life. They won't even think, or God. For me, I want us to think. I want us to really dig deep. Like, really, for me, it's food.
Yeah. You're right.
I had food this morning, and I'm happy. If it weren't for that food, I wouldn't be here.
Did you say food?
Yeah, food. I mean, outside of the 6.
Which one?
I don't know, can you hear me?
How far with time?
Sorry.
Let me see, where are we? Okay, 7 seconds left.
Like no one is Yimba, can you hear me?
We can hear you,
Sam. Yes. Toastmaster Peace.
I don't know, I've been talking and nobody has been. Yes. Kubi. I don't know, I've been calling him. If you can hear me.
Oh, just for the Chinyere, you've been trying to catch my attention?
Yes, I have been. I sent you a direct message.
You sent me a direct message?
Yes.
Oh, please. Apologies. Right. I'll check now.
Okay, the time, right?
Time is up. Yeah.
All right, time is up, please. Let's get back to it. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Ayan CG, Ayan Gbemi, what did you do? Join the break.
Okay, I logged out and logged in again, actually.
Okay. All right, thank you. What about, let's see someone else. Julius, are you there? Julius. Is Julius on the call?
Yes, I'm on the call actually, but it's a bit noisy where I am.
Okay, so what did you do during the break?
I didn't actually do anything.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you very much. You know, Toastmasters meetings are divided into 3. We've had the first session now, the table topics, and it was extremely efficacious. If you've had fun, now is the time to get into it. Because, you know, table topics, they spoke unprepared, impromptu. But now these guys, they went out, they did their assignments, they prepared their speeches, and now they're going to present it to us. So double the fun or triple the fun that we've had in table topics, and these guys are here to give it to us. I expect an efficacious session, and we would get into it. I would introduce the speakers, and I would call the evaluators to give us the objectives of the speech. Then, when it's time for the evaluation, I would introduce the evaluators proper. Our first speaker, we're supposed to have 3 speakers today, but unfortunately, one of them dropped out. She has an efficacious activity to attend to. Not that Toastmasters is not efficacious, but hers is just more efficacious right now. So the first speaker, it was the first speaker that dropped out, so now the second speaker will be the first speaker. The second speaker is Toastmaster Kubi. Toastmaster Kubi Uyanga is a writer and communications consultant. He is the secretary of Merit Toastmasters Ikeja. He has also joined ASO Rockstars Toastmasters Abuja and Uyo Premier Speakers Toastmasters Uyo since becoming a Toastmaster in 2013. Wow, so he has triple membership. That's really cool. Kubi enjoys reading, writing, running, and pondering on human psychology. Wow, this is interesting. This we have in common. I like how people's minds work. He supports Manchester United and believes risks are a prerequisite to growth. Toastmaster Kubi, at the beginning of your speech, remember to tell us one thing you're most grateful for, and I'm sure it's not Besiktas. He is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Chinyere Emeka. Toastmaster Chinyere, could you please give us the objective of Toastmaster Kubi's speech?
Okay. Good morning, Toastmasters. Toastmasters and guests. So, TM Kubi's speech, the objective is, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skill needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. So, TM Kubi, I wish you good luck in your speech. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chinyere. Toastmaster Kubi Uyanga, the title of your speech is What's in a Name? What's in a Name? Kubi Uyanga, you have the floor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gimba, and good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are, to all the beautiful ladies and astute gentlemen on this call. Today, I am thankful for the human ability to self-observe. And in leading us to unpack this question, what's in a name, I am going to observe my own name. I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, would be interested in knowing my full family name. Would you like to know that, Toastmaster Gimba?
Yes, please.
Wonderful. So here goes. My name is Kubi Anthony Peter Theophilus Udo Uyanga Agbanya Udo Usoro. Calm down. Calm down. You see, what's in a name? So maybe I'll start by sharing the meanings of these names. I am Ibibio, a tribe from the southern part of Nigeria, and my names are a mixture of Ibibio and English names. Kubi means excellence in Ibibio. Is the man Kubi excellent? I don't think so, but I bear the name proudly, hoping that one day that meaning of that name will jinx itself into me. Anthony is my baptismal name because I was born Catholic. And according to the website, sheknows.com, it means highly praiseworthy. Now, is the man could be highly praiseworthy? I think the jury is still out on that one. Peter is a name with a Greek root, which means stone or rock. That's my father's name. Is my father a stone or a rock? No, he's a human being. Theophilus is my grandfather's name. And Theophilus means beloved of God. It has a Greek origin too. But this is a man that spent 10 long years waiting for a much desired second son. I'm sure he did not feel like the beloved of God during those long years of waiting. Udo in Ibibio is a name that means the second son. Udo was my grandfather's father. Uyanga was my grandfather's grandfather, and the name means dribbling, or it could mean smooth operator. Was he a sportsman skilled at dribbling? I don't know, I wasn't there. But according to Fable, I think he might have been a smooth operator. Agban is an Ibibio name that means the first son. Nya is a tree that hardly dies. Nya was Agban's father. Meanwhile, according to what I've heard, Nya died pretty young. Udo is an Ibibio word, of course. Udo Soro is a Portmanteau name. Ibibio word that means Udo, of course, Udo is the second son. Usoro means celebration. So Udo Soro means the second son that loves to celebrate, to jaye. And according to what I've heard, the man loved a nice party and took all his opportunities to throw one. Now, you might have noticed that some of these names were in agreement with the behavior or something with the bearer, and others were in contrasts. They contradicted what the bearers stood for. So I thought, I should go do some more research. And I found out a lot on the psychology of names from different authors with differing opinions. But two principles stood out. The Joyce principle, rather the Juliet principle, not Ukene, says that the name means next to nothing. It is only for differentiation and only takes and acquires meaning due to the associations we make with it. On the other hand, the Joyce principle opines that the sound, the content, and the meaning of the name is highly efficacious in influencing the perception and also the behavior of the bearer. Two differing and contradicting principles takes us all the way back to the question, what's in a name? Two things, I think. Number one, nothing more than what you make of it. Number two, what's in a name? That's good food for thought on a Saturday, especially if that Saturday is your birthday. I'm thankful. Back to you, the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kubi. I understand it's your birthday today.
Of course.
Happy birthday, Toastmaster Kubi. Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you so much. That was efficacious. For Marty, Pam, and Anthony, in Nigeria, we have lots of names. For example, my full name is Abubakar Sadiq Musa Suleiman Gimba. We will have a Toastmaster session to actually explain to you how we have many names, because this time is not going to be enough for it. But yeah, we have lots of names. All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Kubi. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Ayola Fadeyi. Toastmaster Ayola will be evaluated. Okay, sorry, let me give you the profile of Toastmaster Ayola first. Excuse me. He is a petroleum engineer who enjoy seeing natural reliefs, listen to traditional music, and mental meditation. Wow, so these guys are curious about the mind too. He joined Toastmasters in 2019. Toastmaster Ayola will be evaluated by Toastmaster Pam Copeland. Toastmaster Pam, could you please give us the objective of Toastmaster Ayola's speech?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategies for any group or situation. It is for him to share some aspect of his or her public relations strategy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pam. Toastmaster Ayola Fadei, the title of your speech is Blow Your Trumpet. Blow your trumpet, Toastmaster Ayola, you have the floor.
Pom 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 pom. Blow your trumpet. If you do not tell your story, somebody else will, and it can be mercy. Good afternoon, honored Toastmasters and guests. The Chartered Institute of Public Relations defines public relations as a strategic process that businesses, individuals, and government use to establish mutually beneficial relationship. Daily, we receive messages, pop-ups from businesses and individuals telling us what they do and how they can serve us better. As an individual, have you asked yourself, what are you doing so that people would identify with you and they can say, this is what you do? Ask yourself. And I know that most of us here present are all in the working class. And I'm here to tell you what you can do to make your business grow, or as an individual, what you can do to portray a very good image to the public. For you to do that, you just need about 5 principles, which I would explain in details. There are more than 5, but I would like to restrict myself to these 5. The first is that you need to know your audience. In Lagos, we have the upper Lagos and the lower Lagos. If, as an if you are in the auto business and you're selling luxurious cars, I wouldn't expect you to locate your office in Okokomaiko or Ajegunle. Of course, you would want to locate your office in Victoria Island, Lekki, Ikoyi. This is because you know where your audience are and you can easily approach them and tell them what you do. Second is that you need to get organized. I have seen promotional ads that do not really carry the message they intend to pass across, and they are done half-heartedly. Well, as a business person, you need to have a structured calendar or about the activities you need to tick and you need to mark and you need to do at every point in time so that your message would be consistent. Second is that you need to think like a reporter. Of course, you would have read messages from magazines telling people about what they do. You need to think in the mind that you are giving a structured information to the people. So that means that's the place for professionals, where you need to communicate and pass on the message you need to pass to your audience. Then the fourth one that is you have to do your research. Research is very, very important. You don't want your audience, you want to sell to your audience what is outdated or what they don't really want to buy. You need to do your research about knowing what your audience want to hear and how you need to structure your message so that they can accept you. Then the fifth message I have for you is that you work with a theme. You can't do all alone. You have to segmentize what you do. You have to, Mr. A, do this, Mr. B, do this. But that is not saying that every individual has a restricted area of operation. No. always understand that as a business person, everybody that's on your team is a promoter and is a business relations strategist and specialist, all right? But you need to have a team of people that have core message, that have core professional competencies, and they can always help out where they are. But when you need to organize promotions, rally draws, ticketing, everybody has to be there, and each person has to play his role. In all, they are very likely low-cost budget promotions that you could do, branding that you could do. And I would like to take you through this. The first one is the social media. You can use Facebook, you can use Twitter, Instagram. And once you're able to fine-tune your message, these are easy platforms where you can pass them on to people. And of course, second one is that you need to have a very good relationship with the government where your business is located. You need to have somebody that will be in charge of that. You could just take a workout or a session where the government is trying to enlighten the people. You just go there to advertise yourself or to even give a speech. The third is that you need to develop a very good content. And the fourth is traditional media. This could be very, very expensive. But as a business person, you just have to manage your budget and pass on your message. Remember that public relations is the new gold, and you need to blow your trumpet according to the message you want to pass across. The Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayola, the public relations strategist. Thank you so much. That speech was simply efficacious. I always tell people, Toastmasters is the place where you get to learn. You learn, you have fun, and you practice. Look at this amount of information we're getting in Toastmasters. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayola. So the next segment, we're done with the second segment. Like I told you earlier, if you've had fun in the table topics, you're going to have more fun in the prepared speeches. Now, to cap it all off, this is where the real fun is now. I mean, those other ones were fun too, but this is the real deal. This is the evaluation segment. And I would give a more introduction of the evaluators to come give us the evaluations of the speeches. So the first the votes. Please let's vote. I think the polls are up now. So let's vote. We have less than a minute to do that. I would hold on with the introductions. I want to get ahead of myself to call for evaluations when we haven't voted yet. So let's quickly vote. All right, the voting polls are closed. Thank you so much, Zoom Master. So the first evaluator, Toastmaster Chinyere, who evaluated Toastmaster Kubi, is an entrepreneur who joined Toastmasters in January 2019. She joined this year and she's taken Toastmasters by storm already. She enjoys discovering new things on the internet and meeting people. Toastmaster Chinyere, please give us the evaluations of Toastmaster Kubi. Let's welcome her with a round of applause, please.
Okay, so I'm back again for the evaluation of TM Kubi. So for evaluation of TM Kubi, I noticed you were very confident with your speech and the audience. Sorry, I noticed you were very comfortable with your speech and the audience you gave the speech, and you gave the speech with so much ease. You tried to connect us with your Ibibio name. That was quite commendable. And your vocal variety was also very good. Then you engage us with the meaning of your Ibibio name, with the stories you attached to it. Okay, that was also good because for your objective, you were meant to tell us, connect us with an unfamiliar audience, as in a new topic. So this Ibibio Connecting us with your Ibibio name and telling us the meaning was also very good and also quite commendable. Also, you had a well-constructed speech with the beginning, the body, and also a conclusion. I also noticed that you use your hand gestures very well, and that was also very good. So I believe you can do better with your conclusion, because I was so interested. I was listening and was enjoying your speech. All of a sudden, you just stopped. Like, I didn't see your conclusion coming. Like, I didn't realize you were stopping at that point, or should have given your conclusion, like, coming with a bang, like, you get. So, but it was just a good speech, very good. And I'm looking forward for your next speech. So, thank you.
Thank you so much for that efficacious evaluation, Toastmaster Chinyere. That was nicely done. Toastmaster Kubi, I hope you've taken notes.
Yes, I have.
Birthday boy, when are we getting the cake?
Just keep your eye on the chat box, and it's going to drop very soon.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right. The next evaluator, Toastmaster Pam Copeland. She's the VPPR of Colony Square Toastmasters Club in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. She joined Toastmasters in 2018 and has won first place in the February 2020 Table Topics Contest. She's a business owner and is a volunteer reader for the visually impaired, and enjoys digital photography. Toastmaster Pam, please give us the evaluations for Toastmaster Ayala, and let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. It's an honor to be here today. Again, thank you so much. Toastmaster Gemba has joined our club meeting a couple of times, and I was so honored to have him invite me to participate in yours, so thank you. I have the pleasure of evaluating Aola today on his speech about PR strategies. And I want to say right off the bat that he excelled at an opening, blow your trumpet. He used his physicality to make the trumpet blow and didn't rush through that. He took a few seconds to actually stand there and sort of do the air trumpet playing. And I liked that. It got my attention that he was brave enough to do that. And to stay in it for a few seconds. Sometimes I think when we're speaking, we don't fully commit to an action that we need to take in our speech. And I appreciated the fact that he opened right up with that and committed to it for that enough seconds to get us interested. He brought us in. And then he clearly laid out the purpose of his speech. And I must say, having listened from beginning to end, it was quite well organized. He gave us 5 points about how to put together a PR strategy, actually what to include in one. And I appreciated that. And I was writing those down. I am a business owner, so I may be using some of the top level strategies that it talked about or looking into them. So I definitely appreciated that. In a nutshell, overall, he achieved his goal. And again, his goal was to practice the skills needed to effectively convey a public relations strategy. And I felt like he did that. He gave us a brief example in the beginning of a business, and I think he was speaking of location at that point. And he said, if you were going to have an auto business, I believe you wouldn't have it here if you were trying to reach an audience over there. So he made a point of location being a part of that. I was impressed also with his eye contact with the audience. I'm big on that, especially in this time of having to speak virtually. It can be very hard to remember, and I'm trying to do it right now, that our audience members' eyes are the lens of the camera. Because you can see if I look away over here and I start reading, I'm no longer engaged with you. And I saw him look away maybe a small handful of times that he spoke, but for the most part, the best that I could see, he was looking into the camera. So he understands that. And I would encourage Ayola for you to continue doing that, to look into the camera when you speak as often as possible. And this is a challenge for you, if possible. I know you're probably speaking into your camera on your screen, and most of us never dreamed that we might need to become on-camera experts. But as Toastmasters may continue with video sessions, it would be good for you to raise your camera a bit. I appreciate the fact that you spoke. So that's a challenge. Maybe work on your camera, work on lighting a tiny bit. I would challenge you to, something to work on is slow your pace just a little bit. You have plenty of time, you were well understood, but bring the pace down. Overall, I enjoyed the speech and I learned something, and it's an honor to evaluate you today. Thank you. Master Toastmaster, back to you.
Thank you so much. Please let's give Toastmaster Pam a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayola. What do you think of our pronunciation of your name?
Yes, she got it right. Ayola. So I should try.
Nice, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pam. Okay, so that was efficacious, very efficacious. We would like to vote at this point in time. The polls are up. Please let's vote for the best evaluator. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of the 3 sessions, the end of the meeting. However, we have a bit of fun lined up. We'll have the reports coming in and then we have the awards presentation. So stay tuned for it. I would just wait a bit for the votes to be over. Okay, the votes are over. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would call the general evaluator back to the lectern to give us a report of the meeting and then the other role players. Afterwards, we will take the awards and we'll call the president for closing. Toastmaster Salif Mohammed, are you there?
I am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You have the bachelor lectern. A round of applause, please, to Toastmaster Salif.
Thank you so much, the Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you love this meeting, if you are impressed by the outcome of this meeting, if you have gained anything at all from this meeting, a round of applause to all the speakers and the role players. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, is that time when we evaluate the entire meeting so we can improve upon the things that we haven't done well and also know the things that we've done well. So to call my evaluators, I will start with the timekeeper, TM Queen Nkubre. TM Queen.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. For our time used today, our prepared speakers were within time, so were our evaluators. TM Pam was just at the edge of 3 minutes, 30 seconds, but we're all within time. The table topic section took a bit longer than anticipated, but because we had a speaker drop out, we were able to accommodate more speakers in the table topic section. So I think we did well with our time. We are a bit, we still have a few more minutes left for the meeting to end, so we're still good with our time. Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much, TM Queen. Thank you so much. Next up is our counter, TM Bemi Ayon CG, to give his report.
Good afternoon, everyone. For the role of the accountant, I was able to figure out some people that use the word the postular most. TM Gimba used the postular twice. TM Ayola used it thrice. TM Madiba, or guest, I don't know if you're a guest, used the postular quite a lot of time, like 22 times. TM Francis used the postular 7 times. TM Chinedu used the postular 5 times. So on in all, TM Madiba used the word most. What do we tell TM Madiba?
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, TM Ayon CG. The next role player is the listening evaluator. I beg your pardon, the grammarian. Let me start with the grammarian. TM Lawrence Unoli. Over to you, TM Lawrence.
Thank you very much, TM Salif. Masters and guests, here is my report as the grammarian. Now, I will start with the person that used the word of the day most. And I want to report that TM Abubakar used the word of the day most, followed by TM Chidi and TM Salif and TF Juliet Okene. So can we put our hands together for TM Abubakar? Great. Now, here is my report for the use of language and grammar as spoken by our different speakers. I'm not going to mention the names of the people that, their grammar was found wanting, but I'm going to just make reference to those incorrect grammar. Now, someone said this, that was efficiently said, and I think that is wrong. There is no word known as efficiently. I believe she wanted to use maybe efficaciously said. So please take note of that. Then, so somebody said that the care and love that his mom has been showering to them. You don't shower here. Can you hear me? Can I be heard?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. TM Knowledge.
Okay. So I said, someone said the care and love that my mom has been showering to us. Showering in that context can not be used with the word to. It's best to use the word showering on us. The care and love that my mom was showering on us. So please take note of that. Then one of us said this in the course of his speech. He said, the incident set me down memory lane. The incident set me down memory lane. I think that is not a very perfect use of grammar. It should be the incident set me on the memory lane. Set me down means it's used to describe somebody snubbing you. When you say, that person set me down, it means the person snubbed you, ignored you. But the speaker was trying to say that the incident in question made him to remember something. So the right word to be used there is set me on the memory lane. So that's that. Then finally, I want to say this about the word of the day, efficacious. The word of the day, efficacious, is an adjective best to describe animate objects or processes, mechanized processes. So it's not always good to say, Mr. Adams is efficacious. That is not a very good usage of the word of the day, efficacious. You use it to describe, maybe you can say, Mr. Adams' way of speaking is very efficacious in curbing the issue at stake. So that is better than saying Mr. Adam is efficacious. That is that for my role. Thank you. Over to you, TM Salif.
Thank you so much, TM Lawrence. This for this efficacious report. This is what you get when you get a lawyer to do this. He will present all his cases. Thank you so much. The last but not least is the listening. No, not yet, not the last. But let me call on the listening evaluator, TM Muslimot Akinola. TM Muslimot.
Thank you very much, TM Salif. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for taking the time out to see the meeting through. And I want to believe that we all listen and listen very well. So it's time to test our listening abilities and how well we listened and put together certain things to work with going forward. Things derived from the meeting especially. So I go. This phrase was used at the commencement of the meeting. Worry less about things we have no control over. Who used that word? A phrase, sorry. We should worry less about what we have control over. Please, can I quickly have volunteers? Hello?
Yeah, we're thinking.
Quite easy. I said at the commencement, that should help us.
TM Susan.
Very well said. Yes, we all got that. I get the lead though. Yes, she said it is important that we worry less about things we do not have control over. Good. The word Kaizen means what? That word was used, TM Gimba, you should not say it. It was used when TM Gimba was trying to introduce TM Chidi at the point where she was meant to do the table topic evaluation. Kaizen. Can anyone remember the meaning?
Continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement.
Oh, it's coming from TM Chidi. Sorry.
TM
Oh, very well. Well done. That means you noted it well. It's even something we should write somewhere and use possibly in the future. So Kaizen means continuous improvement. So let's keep it as part of our vocab for future usage. In the course of TM Kubi's speech, can anyone tell us the meaning of that name, Kumbi? TM Kubi, I don't want you to say it, please. Let's just see how well we'll listen.
Excellent.
Kubi means excellent. Kumbi.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Very well. Who did that?
Ayanshiji.
Who said it?
Ayanshiji.
Nice one, TM Ayanshiji. Well done. Okay, very well done. Still going to TM Kubi's speech, he said there are two principles to names. Can anyone remember?
Yeah. So the first one is what you attach to it. Then the second one is what the name is actually.
What that name is. Very well. And that's the Juliet principle. And the second one?
Should I keep going?
TM Kumbi, do you want to rescue us? Go ahead. Let's have the second one, TM Gimba, if you know it. Or if you remember it, sorry.
The second one is actually just what the name is in itself, what it is. Something to think about, what the name is. That's the second one.
And that's the principle. If you were to go by his word, yes, you're right. That's the definition, quite all right. But he termed it as the Juliet and the Joyce principle. Sorry. Can anyone remember TM Ayola's speech topic? He even mimicked it while he was trying to commence the speech. Sorry?
Blow your trumpet.
Blow your trumpet. Very well, very well. Can we have just two principles out of the 5 mentioned by TM Ayola as the principles of public relation or principles to promotion? Just 2 out of the 5 mentioned. Can anyone make an attempt?
Know your audience.
I get speech so much. Sorry?
Know your audience.
We're breaking. Who is talking?
Every employee is a PR strategist.
Know your audience. Very well, I got that. Who said know your audience?
TM Salif.
Oh, thank you, TM Salif. One more, please.
Every employee is a PR strategist. Anybody is a PR. Anybody under your employee is a PR strategist.
Yeah, and he tagged that as you working with a team. He said we should work with a team. Then you should see your employee as a strategist. He mentioned that we should know our audience, we should try advertise, do research, and of course work with a team. I think that's all we have for today so that we don't take too much of our time. Thank you all for participating, and I look forward to our next meeting, the General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you so much, TM Muslimat. For a moment, I was thinking, how did you get these questions? They were kind of tricky, eh? But thank you all the same. It has really tested our listening skills. Next up is TM Ion CG, the R counter.
Sorry, I'm giving my report already. I'm giving my report already.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
Then that will be all from my team. Let me wrap up with my evaluation. The meeting started on time, and the feature speech was delivered by the VP of Lighthouse Toastmasters Club. That was a very bold move to efficaciously deliver that speech at such a short notice. The feature speech was meant to be delivered by the president of Lighthouse Prestige, but she came on board. If you know the story of the vice president of Lighthouse Prestige, Lighthouse Toastmasters Club, you would understand that she's inspiring. She has come a long way. She inspires me on a daily basis. And in this meeting, this speech is one of the icing on the cake for me. Thank you, VP Lighthouse Toastmasters Club. Like I said, the meeting started on time. The twists and turns of the meeting added some huge spice to the meeting and making it very efficacious. The table topics section especially, as already evaluated efficaciously by the table topics evaluator, was very well coordinated. The icing of the cake of that section also was a gift for anyone who volunteers to speak. There's nothing that efficaciously motivates like the promise of an incentive. I wish, just a digression, I just wish the report was given after now. I would have won the Toastmaster of the day in the use of efficacious, right? That gift was a great incentive. The promise of that gift got us volunteering and in a very efficacious best during the table topics response. The prepared speeches segment was something else. You would agree with me. Although we missed the efficacious speeches of Toastmaster Ayo, and we also missed the efficacious evaluation of Toastmaster Anthony. The two speakers, like I promised, kept us on the edge of our seats. Thank you so much. We learned a lot. The evaluations also were efficaciously delivered. Every aspect of the meeting, during the table topics, the questions were displayed. Everything was coordinated as it should be. The meeting has been done very well. We have finished strong. We are ending in a correct time also. Thank you so much. That is my report. Over to you, the Toastmaster.
Please, a round of applause to the president, the general evaluator. That was an efficacious one. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salif. Now we will go ahead to present the E-Awards. The first, so we have 3 winners from the 3 segments. I would like to start with the best table topics winner. How I'm envious of the table topics winner. They will get 2 books from Toastmaster Juliet. All right, drum roll, please. The winner for today's table topics is Toastmaster Salif Mohammed. Toastmaster Salif. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Everyone, thank you.
You know, 2 books are too much for a person.
Yes, you get 1 from me. I'll share mine with you.
All right, thank you. All right, so the next person is the best evaluator. The best evaluator, ladies and gentlemen, is, another drum roll, please, Toastmaster Pam Copeland. Congratulations, Toastmaster Pam. We'll share the awards with everyone after the meeting. So the last person, the winner for best speaker. Best speaker is a big deal around here because it's actually difficult to win best speaker. You can see, when I started speaking back in the day, every time I speak, there's an experienced speaker that speaks with me. So I was thinking maybe the expos didn't just want me to win, they just keep pairing me with really, really good speakers. So it's actually really a big deal. To win the best speaker award is actually not easy. So please, let's give drum roll, please. The best speaker is Toastmaster Kubi Yanga. Toastmaster Kubi, congratulations on winning the best speaker. How many of them do you have now?
Quite a lot.
Well, I really can't tell.
Oh, no, of course. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kubi. On your birthday, you won the best speaker. That's something. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the meeting. I will hand over control back to the president to introduce the guests. We have an array of guests today, and let me just appreciate them before going away. Thank you so much for coming, Toastmaster Anthony, Toastmaster Marty. For those of us, Toastmaster Marty would have played the timer for today, but we would pen him down for one of the timer roles in the future. So Toastmaster Marty, would be lucky to have you as the timer. And Toastmaster Pam, thank you so much as well for joining. After the meeting, you can go to sleep.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I'll hand over control back to the president, Mr. Salif.
Thank you, TM Abubakar. Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, a round of applause to all the role players and the speakers, and to all the audience. A round of applause. It's been a wonderful meeting. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Please, our guests, kindly go to the chat box. There will be a link posted, if it's not posted already. So you put your details so we can get back to you. Thank you so much. I'd like to use this opportunity to thank everyone. I'll begin with our guests. Thank you so much. You have been with us through thick and thin. It is because of you that we have fun in most of our meetings. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful, even to the end, to have wonderful guests like you. You were not only around, you contributed immensely to the growth of these clubs. On behalf of the Lighthouse and the Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club, we would like to thank you most graciously for your presence always. Thank you so much. And to all the members of the two clubs, Lighthouse Toastmasters Club and Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club, thank you. Thank you for your support always. I can't thank you enough. To the team, the ESCOs, your courage, your boldness, the fact that you refuse to take no for an answer, the fact that you go beyond the limits to be better, to make these meetings enjoyable on a regular basis is something that anyone would never forget in a hurry. Thank you so, so much. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you once again. Now to our guests, we would like to know you. Would you please tell us about yourself? Who invited you? How has the meeting been for you? And if you will come back again, we would love to know.
Hi,
So who's going to start first?
I'll start.
Thank you.
I'm Madiba.
Madiba.
Hi. My name is Desmond Madiba. I am Nigerian, living in Turkey. I was invited by a friend of mine who's here. Her name is Tonya. And quite frankly, I didn't think that this meeting would be this nice. It was actually nice. It was really nice. And I didn't know anything I didn't know what this meeting was about, quite frankly. We were just chatting and she told me, oh, this was going on and it's really good for someone like me. And it has helped her in a lot of ways. So it would mean a lot to her if I joined in. So I did. And the reason why I spoke earlier was actually to sort of motivate her as well, because she's into public speaking, motivational talks, journalism, and all of that stuff. But sometimes she gets a little fright, so to speak, talking in public or talking unprepared. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to talk just so you get motivated to talk. So that's the reason. That was the main reason why I actually spoke. So she ended up not speaking, but I'm sure that will change in the next meeting. So it was really nice being here. It was really nice meeting all of you. And I would definitely want to join this next time. And I really give big ups to everybody who's a part of it, the admins of this program. I think you're doing a really good job. It's kind of similar to what I do, but in a different scale. So yes, it was really fun being here. And again, my name is Desmond and Desmond Madiba, and it's nice to meet all of you.
Thank you so much, Desmond, for your presence. Thank you. I must say that your speech was very inspiring. I can't speak for Tonya, but for me, I was really inspired. If I was a newbie, if I was speaking for the first time, it would motivate me. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure. Have a nice time, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Who else is volunteering? Sorry, who is our next guest?
Hello there. I'm Matty from Ireland. Is it okay if I speak?
Very okay. Just go on.
Right, thank you
Matty.
very much. Well, I'm here on the invitation from a friend of mine, also from Ireland, and that is Anthony. And Anthony, thank you very much, because I'm a dual member of two clubs in Ireland, one in my hometown of Gorey, and which is in County Wexford in the south of Ireland, And then I'm the member and president of a Toastmasters club in an adjoining county, County Wicklow, Tinnahealy Toastmasters club. And I must say I have learned a lot from being here today. One of my favorite roles in Toastmasters, but only one because I have did all the roles, but one of my favorites is doing timekeeper. And I know how important it is that speakers should try and stay within their time. That is very important. And what I learned here today from the timer was, and the way you do the timing, was that when I've seen there on occasions that when the red was brought up at 7 minutes, you have 30 seconds grace. And at the 30 seconds, then the red started sort of flashing, if I may use that word, because sometimes a speaker can go on, and a 7-minute speech could turn into a 10-minute speech. So I think the actually red flashing at 7.5 is a reminder to the speaker that they must stop. Sorry for going on here, but if a speaker was asked to give a speech, perhaps on radio, and they were given a 7-minute time slot, and if they went above that time slot, another program which was due to take place would cut in on them, and it would look very bad that they hadn't speech completed. So it's very important to, if needed be, to edit their speech and get it into a final conclusion on time. But once again, thank you very much. You are a lovely group of people, very welcoming, nice smiles of welcoming. And it was great to be here. And I hope to be here again. I would love to be here again. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear Matty. Thank you for that inspirational talk. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome. Welcome. Who's next? Please kindly go to the chat box and fill your information on the link provided. Thank you. Someone's about to talk.
Okay, Salif.
Yes, okay, Anthony.
Mr. President and fellow Toastmasters, wonderful to be in Lagos, Nigeria this morning. And it's a lovely bright morning here in Ireland. Wonderful to be here with my great friend Matty. And I agree with Matty, you're a beautiful group, a beautiful team. I think the best thing about you guys is your welcome and your hospitality and your attention to detail. I think the way you go through the meeting and you go through diligently through all the different roles and try to have everyone step up with great courage, and that's wonderful to see, because I think sometimes we take our Toastmaster family for granted, and I think the power of our Toastmaster family is quite beautiful. And I've said it at a couple of meetings recently. Probably the most important thing is, and what I suppose I'm thankful for, number one, I agree with Pam, is my health, and number two, the light that Toastmaster shines in our life. And we take that light and it's like a ripple going out into the world of goodness. When we step out of this meeting and we go on with our lives today, it's just quite beautiful, because we're empowered to speak great goodness to people and help them. And as if I walk in the street in the town today and I see the girl on the footpath, I'm going to buy her a cup of coffee. I'm not going to take it for granted. And these are the messages that you got through today and your beautiful theme of Thanksgiving. And I really like how you advertise your meeting. you send your email with that beautiful theme. So we're well prepared, so we can go in and do our best. I was at the conference in District 71 here last weekend in Dublin, and there were some powerful inspirational speakers. And once I get a hold of a copy of one or two of the speeches, I'll share them with you. And one was talking about, okay, just do your best. You know, did you win the race? Well, did you try? You know, we don't want to look back and say, well, I'm sorry, we didn't do our best. We're all given great talents. And once we step up and use them talents and recognize what they are, and sometimes we don't know, but if we're in the Toastmaster family, somebody will tell us one day, you've got this beautiful talent. And that's where my Toastmaster journey started. I was at a communication course and this girl said to me, you should join Toastmasters. And that's what I did. And it was one of the great junctions, crossroads in my life. And I give gratitude to each and every one of you today for the great messages of Thanksgiving you give to me today to take off and share with our fellow citizens. And thank you very much, Salif and Gimba and Queen and all you guys that come to Kildare and stuff. We're building up a great partnership between our clubs. I think that's great. A bridge between Nigeria and Ireland. And someday we will meet up in person, and when this pandemic is gone. And the most important thing right now is that when there's a challenge, Toastmasters rise to the opportunity. This is our chance. This is our day. We can achieve great things together once we stick with it and keep going. We're only starting the journey. We've been at a number of meetings. It's great to meet up with Pam today. Great to meet up with new friends. And every day is a great day. And we don't take it for granted. We just ask. And that was one of your themes in your meetings before. Ask for help. Ask for help. And give thanks and gratitude. And that's what we do today. Thank you, each and every one of you guys. Over to you, Sal.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim Anthony. Thank you. Thank you for your support and your encouragement always. When we listen to, yes,
Salif, there's one point I just make there is I'd like to see more of the videos switched on.
Okay.
Because I think that'd be better to give more a feeling of more people fully participated. You know what I mean? Completely engaged. Because I seen there during the week. Was it on the magazine? I think in December, Toastmaster magazine. I think the president's letter was saying, "Are we there? Are we fully engaged at each meeting? Let's try to be fully engaged. Let's try and make that little bit more effort to be more fully engaged." And I think if you see all cameras switched on, then that means, wow, a great sense of, because sometimes you want to see the smile on that person's face. You want to see smiles. You want to see all the great stuff. That's the only point I'd make, Salif. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's what one of the things I noticed when I attended your meeting. And from that day on, my video is always on. And I'm sure the entire members of the two clubs are listening now. We will follow suit because it kind of mirrors the physical meeting. We can see the reaction and we'll draw the energy from there. Thank you so much. Let me not keep our special Pam Copeland waiting for long. I'd like her to speak.
Well, thank you so much. Again, it's been a pleasure to be here. I was invited to your meeting by Bubakar Gemba, and I think I had originally participated in one of your meetings because in trying to make lemonade out of the lemons, if you all know that phrase that life sometimes gives us, this time of COVID gave me a chance with so many clubs internationally going online to visit, to travel and see a new club. and be welcomed immediately by the fact that we all share our Toastmasters membership. And what a lovely thing that is, especially in this time in a world where I know, especially in America, we're suffering from a lot of division, but to find a common thread with our fellow human beings around the world has just been such a blessing to me. So I had reached out to Toastmasters International website and started contacting some clubs around the world to participate. So that's how I originally found you. And then Abubakar and I had connected, and he has joined our meeting at Colony Square Toastmasters in Atlanta, Georgia. And I would invite any of you who would like to join us this coming Tuesday, December 15th. It's at 12:20. I think it would be 6:20 in the evening your time. I would be honored to have you as our guests. And I too have learned so much from journeying to meetings around the world. I want to share one thing out of many that I've learned today, and that is the listening evaluator. I certainly appreciate that role and the challenge to keep, both of our ears working throughout the entire meeting. And I do again want to say how much I appreciate, as others have said, all of your warm welcomes, your beautiful smiles, and the fact that we can share a common thread and just greet each other with kindness from around the world. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tim Pam. Thank you. Most welcome. It's our pleasure. Thank you. Any guests in the house?
Okay, Tonya speaking.
Yes. Okay, Tonya.
Yes, this meeting was absolutely amazing and inspiring and motivating. And it's not my first time in the meeting. It's like my third or fourth time in the meeting. And although, yes, I've not still been able to overcome one thing, but I'm very sure I'm getting close to it. And I also thank Madiba, my friend Desmond. He's been of great help to me. And this has been really motivating for me. Like he said, I'm a really great public speaker and I do those speeches prepared. Okay, I do really little unprepared speeches. So when you tell me speaking promptly, I get all shivers like, will I do it right? Will I make a mistake? Will I flow and all that? So that's one thing that I would definitely overcome with Toastmaster. That's my goal here. And I would really appreciate it if I get assistance from everybody. I need your support to do this. And being here I'm so much grateful for this opportunity to be here today. Thank you, Toastmaster Salif, Toastmaster Gimba, for always checking up on me. You're really amazing. I really appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tonya. Thank you so much. You are in the right path. You're taking the right step. The best that can ever happen to anyone who desires to speak is to be a member of the Toastmasters Club. This is the right step in the right direction. Thank you so much, and welcome once again. And I hope you are a member already.
No, not yet.
Okay, because you have to do that so you can get committed.
Yes.
Yeah, you would agree with me that the best way to learn how to swim is to jump into the water.
Exactly.
Okay, so
that's true.
Take the bold step and jump in. Let's swim together in this glorious journey that we enjoy on regular basis. Okay, thank you.
Working towards that. Thank you.
Another speaker? Another guest? I'm sure we have many more guests, but please endeavor to put your information on that on the link that is provided on the chat box, and we can get back to you. For now, we have come to the end of this meeting. This is the last meeting for the year. We look forward to the next meeting by the first Saturday of January. I don't have the date precisely, but it's the first Saturday. I will notify everyone. It's been wonderful. We've had ample fun in this meeting. Thank you so much. dear guests. Thank you, all the members. Thank you, TM Chidi, for your support always. Thank you, TM Kubi, for being there for us all the time. Thank you, Anthony, and all the members from Kidel Toastmasters. Thank you, our great audience and guests. Thank you. Thank you, and thank you. We will bring this meeting to a close right now. So by the power bestowed on me as the president of Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters Club, I hereby bring this meeting to a close. Thank you.